What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and President Joe Biden has made good on his word from earlier this week. Major breaking news coming out this morning. I'm going to be sharing with you the latest headlines, as we had heard him say on the beaches of Delaware that he was taking into consideration wiping out the federal gas tax and providing gas rebate cards, which we had heard might need to be direct deposits or stimulus checks. This is your breaking news, stimulus check update, and stimulus package update. Now take a look, you guys. Headlines coming out in just the past couple hours. Biden to call on Congress to approve 3 months of gas tax holiday. Biden announces a likely doomed gas tax holiday. I'm going to get you all the details. Biden will call for 3 months suspension of gas tax, though officials acknowledge it alone will not fix the problem of these increased gas prices. Biden calls for a gas tax holiday, faces headwinds on Capitol Hill, and watch live. Biden is going to be calling for suspending the federal gas tax. He is yet to make this announcement, but has been leaked all over the media just this morning that he is going to be wiping out this federal gas tax. Now, we're going to be seeing if, in addition to that, we heard him say they are considering gas rebate cards. But with the chip shortage, they're saying this might need to be gas stimulus checks or just direct deposits. The infrastructure is there from previous stimulus checks. And if you missed my last video on it, you might want to check it out as I give you all the details, as we've heard from President Joe Biden this week that they're taking this into consideration. And I've let you know that stimulus checks and stimulus packages are back on the table right now. And we've known for quite some time that this was going to start ramping up as we get closer to these midterm elections, as members of Congress are going to want to start proposing and passing legislation that is fresh in the minds of voters right before they hit the polls. So expect stimulus checks, child tax credits, wiping out student loan debt, all of these provisions, bump ups to Social Security to come back right before the elections. And it is very likely some of these provisions might get passed or done by executive order and executive action. Now, I'm going to keep you up to date on all of this. We're going to dive into the headlines. And also, states, counties, and cities are passing their own checks all the time. If you missed my latest update on some that are happening right now, check it out, you guys, because these are only available for a limited amount of time. And it's urgent that I let you know about one particular one. Now, this is from the master list that I am creating. I'm compiling all state, county, and city checks because these are only available for limited amounts of time and people don't know about them. And I want to make sure that you know about everything that's available to you. So this one is for Georgia, and this is the Georgia Resilience Opportunity, or GROW, and it's the In Her Hands program. Now, this is for Black women or Black mothers in particular areas. You can receive $850 per month for 2 years. There's $13 million of funding, and right now, until June 26th, you can apply and become a part of this program if you're in particular areas that are eligible. So you guys make sure to look into that. And in this comprehensive list I'm creating, I give all links, eligibility, all the resources, so that way you know about these. Because we're hearing about 90% of people that are eligible for checks like this, they don't know about them. And as you can see, you got to apply, and it's only available for a limited amount of time. People are missing out. I'm going to make sure that the Ram fam here on the Steve Ram channel knows about everything. So keep an eye out for that comprehensive list. I'm going to be releasing it here in a little bit very soon. But you guys, let's dive into the latest breaking news, get you caught up. And before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, if you appreciate the content, don't forget, smash that like button for me. Helps out my channel a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam. I'll let you know everything going on. Just smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. I share with you things I've learned over the years from multimillionaires that have helped set me and my family financially free, and it might help with this economic environment that we are currently in. I'm going to do my best. I hope that that channel is a blessing to you guys. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the latest update. All right, so first, a link in the description below to this article that just came out about an hour ago from the time of this recording that says Biden will call for 3 months suspension of gas tax, though officials acknowledge it alone will not fix the problem. So wiping out the federal gas tax is not going to be enough. He said they're also taking into consideration gas rebate cards, stimulus checks, and assortment of other provisions. We will see. Now, the article says President Joe Biden will call on Congress in a speech Wednesday, today, to suspend the federal gas tax and diesel taxes until the end of September, so for 3 months. Senior administration officials said, framing the move as necessary to provide relief to the American consumers, but itself is not going to be enough to resolve the problem of the surging energy prices. Now, Biden will also call on states to take steps to removing their own taxes on gas and diesel as well. So wiping out the federal, which we have heard is roughly going to be about 18 cents per gallon, and then also whatever the state tax is as well. Those two combined should hopefully help out, but the federal alone, we're hearing, is about 18 cents per gallon, which they're saying on average should help out the consumer, filling up roughly around $3. So they're saying not a whole lot of relief. So they're saying this by far is not going to be enough to solve the problem. And he'll tell oil refinery companies to increase their capacity ahead of their planned meeting this week with the administration officials. And that meeting is supposed to take place tomorrow. We heard from President Joe Biden it would be Thursday of this week. Oil companies meeting with the White House, Biden's administration, to discuss how to get these prices down. Now, combined, the senior administration officials claim that the steps that Biden will call for will reduce prices per gallon of gas by about $1. So they're saying the federal and the state, hopefully bringing it down $1 per gallon. Yet that figure relies on a number of steps entirely out of the president's control, not least of which is convincing a skeptical Congress to approve his plan. So they're assembling this legislation. They've got to get Republicans and Democrats on board to pass this through. Now, the steps amount to Biden's latest attempt to show that he's taken an initiative in reducing fuel prices as Americans grow more frustrated by the financial burden. The White House officials had been considering a gas tax holiday for months, but held off until now, in part because of concerns because of how it might be received in Congress. Now, on the Republican side, they widely oppose lifting the gas tax. Even some Democrats, including Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, have been cool on the idea. We actually heard Nancy Pelosi say relieving the gas tax does not ensure that the prices of gas are going to be dropping, that the companies might just take bigger profits. And Nancy Pelosi said the best thing to do would be to send out stimulus checks to help out the people, to make sure that they get money right in their pockets to help pay for these increased gas prices. And in the past, senior Democrats, including President Barack Obama on a campaign trail in 2008, have cast a gas tax holiday as a gimmick. We heard former President Barack Obama say that a gas tax holiday was just a gimmick because it only relieves the federal gas tax for a little bit amount of time, but they're going to have to reenact it later. So it's going to wipe out and then it's going to bump back up again, and it's not really going to resolve the problem. Yet, facing growing anger and the start of the summer driving season, Biden is determined that even small steps bordering on symbolic are worth taking, just doing something to show the American people they're trying to help out. Now, in the conditions that we are in today, that's not a gimmick. That's a little bit of breathing room for American people as we get into the summer driving season. Now, senior advisor of energy security stated in an interview with CNN, the current federal tax on gas is about 18 cents per gallon, as we had mentioned, while the federal tax on diesel stands around 24 cents per gallon. Even if savings from lifting those taxes were passed directly onto consumers, which isn't guaranteed, as we heard from Nancy Pelosi, the savings for one fill-up could only be a few dollars, and we heard that average is likely going to be right around $3 per fill-up. Even some Democrats have cast doubt previously on gas tax holidays, noting that the tax provides an important source of funding for road construction. Officials said that Biden would call for using other revenue sources to make up for the shortfall, and he worked to allay some of those concerns on Tuesday. So also, we're hearing that infrastructure is funded through this federal gas tax. So they're also going to be, they said, robbing Peter to pay Paul. So you guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think that they should do with this? Is this even going to be enough? And are we going to be depleting funds from other things that we should be working on to do this? Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. We're going to be seeing how they respond to this, if Congress is even going to be getting on board to do this, and will the president have to take executive orders and executive actions? Let me know your thoughts. So that announcement from the president is yet to take place. As I mentioned, this has all been leaked out this morning, but today we're hearing at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, he's going to be making the announcement, and I will be sure to share it with you guys so we can get all the details of what they're expecting to do. And as we heard, this alone is not going to be enough to help solve these record high gas prices. So is the president going to be taking other measures? We've heard they are currently taking into consideration all options, including gas rebate cards, gas checks, and direct deposit. Now, I'll keep you up to date as I mentioned, you guys, but that is the latest. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash the like button for me. Just takes a second, helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Keep an eye out for that comprehensive list of all checks on all levels. And if you want to stay up to date on all this stuff, it's totally free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam, smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and join my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. I will pin a comment down below. Click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications for the Steve Ram Finance channel. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.